Unfractured Love, Dangous Fanfiction by me. Chapter 1, The Wish. Date, April 1st. Time, 10:30 p.m. Okay, your turn, Dangous says to Eli Guy. Dangous and Eli Guy are laying in the grass under the starry sky. They are at Dangous and Wooshy's house in their front lawn playing Truth or Dare during a sleepover. Taco Boy, Muncher Maniac, and Wooshy are all inside doing who knows what, probably playing either Mario Maker or Minecraft. Alright, Truth or Dare, Eli answers. Truth. Eli thinks long or hard. Who is your crush? There was a short pause. I don't know, Dangous answered eventually. What do you mean you don't know? Dangous sighed. I mean, I don't really have crushes. I never have. Huh, weird, said Eli. Dude, you should get one. Dangous just shrugged in response. He didn't really know what to say. So the two of them sat there in silence for the next 3 minutes. Hey look, a shooting star, Eli said, pointing up. Make a wish. Dangous just shrugged again. Okay, fine, I'll make a wish, Eli said. I wish Dangous got a girlfriend. All Dangous said in response was, okay. Dangous didn't really care much about being in a relationship. It was something he had never really thought about much in his life. Little did he know that would change. Chapter 2, Unexpected Love. Date, April 1st. Time, 11 o'clock p.m. Dangous and Eli went inside. They were playing Smash. Taco Boy, Wooshy, and Muncher were watching DGR in the other room. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. You gonna get that? Eli said to Dangous. Yeah, said Dangous. Dangous walked over and opened the door, but he was very surprised by what he saw. Standing in his door was easily the prettiest, most beautiful woman he had seen in his life. She had dark, brown, luscious hair. Her eyes were hazel. She was wearing a Pizza Hut shirt and she was holding a pizza box. Dangous just stared at her for a solid 15 seconds before either said anything. Then the woman said, "Here's your pizza." Then Dangous got sucked back into reality. Wait, what? I didn't order a pizza. Eli, who had been watching the whole thing, said, "Oh, that sure is strange. Well, I got some spare change in my pockets here. How much do we owe you?" The woman said, "That's $10. Eli searched through his pockets before handing her a $10 bill. "Thanks," she said. "Bye and enjoy your pizza." A million thoughts went through Dangus's head. He instantly knew this was the perfect girl for him. He also knew that he'd probably never get an opportunity to see her again. That is, if he didn't do something quick. So that's just what he did. "Wait!" Dangous called. She was walking back to her car when she heard Dangus's voice. She turned around. What's your name?" Dangous called. "I'm Tiffany," Tiffany said. "Why are you asking?" "No reason," said Dangous. "Okay, well, what's your name?" said Tiffany. "They call me Dangous. Not to flex, but I'm kind of famous on YouTube. Just search Dangous Pig. It should be the first thing that pops up. 579 subscribers and counting. Impressive. Anyways, bye Dangous. I'll see you around, right?" Yeah, haha." They waved goodbye and Dangous shut the door. He looked around at everyone for a second, then said, "I gotta get a job at Pizza Hut." Chapter 3, The Plan. Date, April 2nd. Time, 7:58 a.m. Okay, this is a bad idea, said Dangous. Dangous and the rest of the boys had talked this over for a while last night. Dangous told them about how much he was in love with Tiffany and he knew he had to be with her no matter what. So they came up with a plan. Last evening, they went to the thrift store and bought a Pizza Hut t-shirt just like the one Tiffany wore. The plan was that Dangous was going to pretend he worked at Pizza Hut, and while he worked there, he would talk to Tiffany more and hopefully they would get closer. Dangous and the gang were standing in the parking lot of Pizza Hut. Dangous had looked it up and Pizza Hut opened at 8 o'clock. "Are you kidding?" Eli said. "This is a great idea. Don't even worry about it. This will turn out great. Trust me." "Well, okay, I guess." Dangous walked over to the employees-only door to Pizza Hut. He looked over at the crew one last time. Eli gave him a thumbs up and yelled, "You can do this." Dangous nodded at him and walked inside. The door led directly into the employees-only area, which is where the food was being made. He looked around. There were employees everywhere making pizza, breadsticks, and yeah, actually that's pretty much it. But there was a problem. He didn't see Tiffany anywhere. He looked around, but her unforgettable face was nowhere in sight. Dangous panicked. He didn't know what to do, so he left the building. "Dude, what are you doing out here?" Eli said when he saw Dangous. "Well, I didn't see Tiffany in there," said Dangous. Aw, come on. You probably didn't even look that hard. I looked everywhere. She wasn't there. Are you sure? Yes. Then how about you ask someone where she is? Good idea. Dangous ran inside. He went to the nearest person he saw, which was a guy with brown hair. He actually kind of looked like Tiffany. Hey, do you know where Tiffany is? He said to the guy. Oh, Tiffany? She's not here today. Why not? She's camping with her friends this weekend. She'll be back in like 3 days, he said. Okay, how do you know that? I'm her brother. Dangous decided to introduce himself. I'm Dangous. Sullivan, said Sullivan, but you can call me Sully. Anyways, why do you care where my sister is? Dangous struggled to think of a good answer to that. You see, I saw a phone lying around on the pavement outside and it had her name on it, so I was gonna return it to her. Tiffany doesn't have a phone, said Sully. Dangous paused for about 3 seconds. He was sweating with nervousness. Oh, well, wow, it's kind of hot in here, isn't it? I'm gonna go outside where it's nice and cool. Okay, bye, Dangous said before he ran out the door with his heart racing. Sullivan looked at Dangous suspiciously as he left, and just like that, hints of anger started to boil inside him. Chapter 4, Inevitable. Date, April 5th. Time, 10:32 a.m. Dangous tried his plan again 3 days later. He knew he had to do this. He had been obsessing about Tiffany nonstop for 3 days. In that time, he drew 12 pieces of fan art, wrote 7 songs, and made 3 fanfictions about the love of his life. She was currently his only passion in life, and he knew he had to give his plan another shot or he would go crazy. So he stepped into the building, and lucky him, the first thing he saw when he came in was her glorious face. He stared at it for a solid 10 seconds before she even looked in his direction. Then she saw him. Dangous, she said. What are you doing here, man? She looked quite surprised. Hi, Tiffany. I'm here because, I work here. Haha, Dangous stammered. Whoa, wait, really? But I've never seen you here before, said Tiffany. Well, you know what they say. Dangous tried to think of a saying that could excuse Tiffany never seeing him work there. All toasters, toast, toast, was the best he had. They stared at each other for a few seconds. Then Tiffany just laughed and Dangous joined her. Wow, you are hilarious, she said. Can I give you my number? We should call sometime, dude. Dangous was having trouble processing this. Right there, right then, the love of his life was asking him for his number. He couldn't believe it. Oh, okay, he said. I don't have a piece of paper on me, though. How about you write it on my belly? She laughed. Sure, why not, she said. She grabbed the Sharpie and scribbled her number onto Dangous' stomach. Then the two of them made and delivered pizzas for the rest of the time. Obviously, it was Dangous' first time working there, so he was kind of winging it the whole time. The two of them didn't really talk to each other much for the rest of the time. Dangous only occasionally made a witty remark, and he even made Tiffany laugh a few times, but nothing much more than that. Eventually, 9 p.m. came, which was closing time. Dangous waved goodbye. Bye, Tiffany. Later, she said. When Dangous got home, the first thing he did was call Eli. He just had to tell him about what happened. He picked up his phone and dialed. Hello, Eli? Hi, Dangous, said Eli. Did you give your plan another shot today? I did, and it worked. I got Tiffany's number, Dangous exclaimed. There was a short pause before Eli said, Oh. Another short pause. Oh? That's all you have to say? Oh? Aren't you proud of me? Aren't you excited? Said Dangous. Eli stuttered. Well, I don't know. I guess you see, I think Eli, what is it? Said Dangous. Well, Eli took a deep breath in and out and said, I may or may not have kind of developed a thing for Tiffany. What? Dangous yelled. You mean you like Tiffany too? I'm sorry, Dangous, but you know how I am. If I see a girl, I like her. That's how it goes, said Eli. Dangous was frustrated. I should have known this would happen. All this is gonna do is cause drama between us. Sorry, man, but it was kind of inevitable, said Eli. Yeah, okay, whatever, said Dangous. I'm hanging up, man. Bye. He hung up. Dangous was upset about this, but the worst part is that he knew Eli was right. Eli liking Tiffany was inevitable. Eli liked practically every girl he met, but Dangous wouldn't let this stop him. Nothing would. Chapter 5, Secrets of the Diary. Date, April 19th. Time, 9 p.m. Dangous and Tiffany had been working at Pizza Hut together for the past 2 weeks. Over that time, they got to know each other a lot. Dangous told Tiffany how he was a famous influencer on YouTube. He also told her about his hate for State Fair corn dogs, Netflix shows based on DreamWorks movies, and Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Tiffany told Dangous about how she played basketball in her free time, she kept a diary that she would never let anyone read, and that she was kinda loaded right now on account of a rich uncle dying recently. She got 100% of his inheritance. However, although Dangous and Tiffany got much closer over time, they were never more than just friends. They were close friends, but still friends nonetheless. Dangous wanted that to change more than anything. See you tomorrow! It was closing time and Tiffany and Dangous just left the building and were heading home. Tiffany waved goodbye in response. She walked over to her car. But then Eli Guy came out of nowhere and started flirting with Tiffany. Dangous saw this happening, so he hid behind a nearby tree and eavesdropped on the conversation. "Hey, Tiffany," Eli called to Tiffany. Tiffany turned to him. She looked slightly confused. "Who are you exactly? And how do you know my name?" "Oh, I'm friends with Dangous. He told me about you." Tiffany blushed ever so slightly. "Oh, does he talk about me a lot?" she said. "I don't know, babe, but that doesn't matter because you're not into that idiot, right? I'm more your type, right?" Eli said. Well, I don't know about that. I kind of just met you, said Tiffany. "Oh, I see. That's okay, I guess," Eli said. "Anyways, I'll see you around, right?" "Yeah, I probably will. Bye." Tiffany gave a small wave to Eli and she drove away. Dangous was slightly annoyed. Hey, he said, stepping out from behind the tree. "Stop flirting with Tiffany. I have a way better chance with her than you do. I've known her for a lot longer, and she knows a lot more about me than she knows about you." Honestly, Eli couldn't really think of a good response, so he just said the best thing he could think of. "Oh yeah? Well, you're dumb," he said. Dangous just rolled his eyes, but when he was doing so, he saw something unexpected. He saw a purse lying on the ground nearby. "Hey, do you know whose purse that is?" Dangous said, pointing to it. Eli shrugged, so they both walked over to it. Dangous reached inside. He grabbed the driver's license. It read, Tiffany Angbang, age 16, date of birth February 28th, 2005. "Oh man, this is Tiffany's purse," said Dangous. Does she realize she's driving without a driver's license right now?" said Eli. Dangous reached his hand back into the bag, looking for anything else that was interesting. He found a small bluish-greenish journal. "Whoa, I think this is Tiffany's diary," said Eli. "Tiffany told me about this once. She said she doesn't let anyone read it." Eli seemed intrigued. "Can I see it?" he said. Dangous handed Eli the journal. Eli said. "Well, I guess I should." Eli ran off with Tiffany's diary. "Hey, where are you going? Get back here," called Dangous. But Eli was fast. Before Dangous knew it, Eli was out of sight. And so was that diary.